And still. Ooh! Shut. Still.
Give him this shit! I swear to God, if they give a championship belt away by holding up against the cage. They gave a belt away to holding someone up against a cage. Fuck it, dude.
A tactical battle, we'll say, in the main event.
Yeah.
Crowned a new champion tonight, though. I guess, can you give us your initial thoughts on the main event tonight?
Yeah. It was, not what I expected. Expected a lot more shooting. Expected a lot more exchanges.
How did you have the main event scored?
What's the question?
How did you have the main event scored?
I don't know if I had the exact score in my head, but I thought Ankalaev won the fight.
Dana, going back to Alex tonight, there's been a little bit of talk about, he's everywhere around the world, right? He's flying to Sydney, he's doing all this stuff when he could be, maybe training at home. Do you feel like that maybe affected his performance and he looked flat tonight? Or do you actually give it to Ankalaev for just putting the pressure on him and making him look flat?
That's a good question. I think that's a question definitely for him to answer. I definitely don't know his schedule. I know he's been bouncing around, but do you see this everywhere? When somebody becomes a big star and they start making lots of money, there are lots of different doors that open and opportunities. But there's no doubt everybody knew that Ankalaev was going to be a tough fight for him. Everybody knew that this was going to be probably the biggest challenge of his career. And yeah, I wouldn't take anything away from Ankalaev and the pressure that he put on Alex tonight, and kept pushing forward. Even in the fifth round, I was listening on the headphones. Alex's corner was saying, "You got to go after him this round. You have to let everything go. You got to let your hands go. You got to try to take him out."
There was a lot of talk before this fight from kind of mainstream media that Alex John would be the fight to make. But do you think tonight shows that actually Alex is still pretty new in MMA and it's John Tom was always the fight and that's the fight that you still want to make?
Yeah. I mean, when you're trying to ask a guy, to move up 2 weight classes to heavyweight and take on the greatest of all time. I think we all agree with that in this room, right? There's still tough guys to fight in the light heavyweight division. I believe in moving up after you clean out divisions, and this division wasn't cleaned out yet.
Dana, back here.
Yep.
How do you sum up what we saw out of Alex's title reign over the last year, what he was able to accomplish in comparison to the other great light heavyweight runs that you've seen?
Yeah, I think that the story of him and Israel Adesanya is incredibly fascinating. There's guys that come from kickboxing and were able to come to the UFC and dominate the way that they have. And the story between them, it's fascinating. It's like it's nothing I've ever seen before in the sport. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, thanks.
49-46, 48-47, and 48-47.
Unanimous. And still. Ooh! Shut. Still. Ooh!
No fucking way, bro. No fucking way.
Lelaki itu tulang punggung, bukan tulang lunak. Lelaki tidak bercerita, tapi dia berdoa.
Kapan terakhir kali kamu dapat tertidur tenang?
Touch of gloves. It's game time. Oh, shit! Oh, my God. Alex Pereira just lost. That's fuck. No Driscus, no John Jones fight. I mean, honestly, they still probably could do the John Jones fight and a Dricus Duplessis. but it kind of takes steam away from it just because he's not the champion anymore. Yeah, I have a 4-1. 4-1. Anything 3-2, but if they give this fight to Alex, then it's fucking fixed. Those refs are fucking blind. They already did one robbery today. This shouldn't be this long to tie up the things. Yep, that's how I had it. Very anticlimactic, not gonna lie to you guys. Of course. Every time I pick against Pereira, he fucking wins. And when I pick him, he fucking loses. Of course. All right.
É isso aí, pessoal. Algumas marcas. Bom, mas tô bem. Descansar um pouco. Já tô voltando, né? Como eu sempre fiz. Já aconteceu algumas vezes isso comigo, mas, eu tô bem, né? Agradeço todo o apoio de vocês, né? Com todo o carinho, sempre me apoiando. Tô recebendo muitas mensagens também de grande incentivo. Tô aqui com o pessoal, minha família, meu time, meus filhos, tá todo mundo aqui, todo mundo comendo aqui. Aí, ó. A gente pediu umas pizzas e é isso, né? Vida que segue. Obrigado a todo mundo, né? Obrigado ao meu time. E é isso, pessoal. Fazer essa revanche aí e ajustar algumas coisas, né? E voltar muito melhor. Pode esperar isso, tá bom, pessoal? E é isso. Nunca desista dos seus sonhos. Chama!
Kemeja laki yang beneran laki, siap tempur di segala medan tapi tetap rapih dan berwibawa. Ini bukan kemeja biasa yang cuma bisa dipakai ke kondangan. Ini kemeja taktikal khusus lelaki sejati yang selalu siap turun tangan. Desainnya tangguh, taktis, dan tahan banting. Bisa dipakai kerja, touring, hiking, atau sekedar ngopi-ngopi santai. Ada kantong dengan resleting buat nyimpen dompet, kunci HP, dan keperluan tempur harian lo yang lainnya. Bahannya adem, bikin lo tetap kalem, terlihat premium dan mewah, bikin lo lebih karismatik. Jangan banyak mikir, langsung check out di keranjang kuning dan jadilah laki yang beneran laki. Artikel baru merchandise MMA Story Black Edition. Desain keren gak pasaran, bahan 100% cotton combat, adem lembut super nyaman, warna black supreme hitam pekat. Bisa diorder di Shopee melalui link di deskripsi video ini.